What's up, everybody, and welcome to the video where I am going to teach you how to become debt-free with budgeting and teaching you how to come up with a budget, giving you practical advice so you can do what you want, live your best life, and get rid of that nasty debt. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Mac J. Parker, and I make videos on fitness, finance, lifestyle, and business so that you can learn how to live your best life and do what you want. Now, chances are, if you're seeing this video, you have struggled with debt either currently or in the past.
I made some bad investments,
and you're looking for some tips and some practical advice to learn how to actually budget and get out of debt. Step number one is to address the root problem and the root cause of your budgeting issues and your debt issues. So if you're watching the video, this means that you're looking for how to budget specifically to get out of debt, which therefore means you're in debt and you didn't get there by accident. So some of the examples of why you might have got there are, first and foremost, an income problem. Now, if you earn below average wage for your city, this might be the case. A second option would be a spending problem. Maybe you earn more than enough money to support yourself and save and invest, but you choose to spend your money on going out or going shopping instead. Number three, if it's not an income problem or a spending problem, it could be a lack of planning or a lack of discipline. Chances are you know what the root cause is and you don't want to admit it to yourself. If you don't take the first step and figure out what the actual problem to your money issues are, you cannot do anything from this point. If you're someone who wants to make a significant change in your life, you have to be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself for whatever reason, get a third party to come in, assess your situation. They will tell you exactly what your issue is. And whether you want to admit it or not, they're probably right. So once you find out what the root issue is, you need to work on it. There's no other way to put it. It's not going to be easy, but you have to figure out what the issue is and you got to do something differently. If your issue is income, you have two options. You're either going to get a second job or switch jobs or start a business. You have basically, that's all you can do. You need to find a way to earn more money. If you already have a side hustle and you already have a full-time job and you're doing everything you can to earn more money, but you're still not cutting it, then you need to reduce your expenses, at least temporarily, until you start seeing the needle go in the right direction. Now, this leads me into step number two. Establish emergency fund. So if you find yourself earning, say, $3,000 a month, your expenses is about $2,500 a month, and you don't have any emergency fund, but you have available credit on your credit card, you might think of yourself, oh, I need to keep that credit card debt, that credit available on my credit card in case an emergency comes up. Well, what you're going to want to do is first establish emergency fund before you do anything else. And this is going to be at least 1 month worth of expenses, maybe even 2 or 3. And also you want to account for things that might come up in your life. So if you're a homeowner, you want to account for your furnace going out, you having a window repair, or some other common example of what a homeowner might incur. Now, if you are someone who rents, maybe you have a vehicle, you want to account for what is a major car repair that could happen. So that may be $5,000 or something like that. If you do not have an emergency fund, you are not able to go on to the next step. So you've established an emergency fund and you figured out what the root cause of your problems are. Now, what you're going to want to do is come up with a solid, concrete plan for what to do with your money. Now, what I really suggest is automating your finances. Basically, all of your bills automatically get paid. All of your emergency fund contributions automatically get deposited every time you get paid. Your credit card payments, everything like that automatically gets paid. The most critical thing with coming up with a financial plan for yourself is that your income needs to be higher than your expenses. So whatever you do, you got to cut expenses to be below your income, or you got to increase your income to be above your expenses. There is no cheat code to this. Absolutely no way to get out of this equation. You have to do it. Once you have that established, there's going to be a certain amount of spending money within your budget. So if you make $3,500 a month, but you only spend $3,000 a month, that means you have $500 of excess income. You might be used to using this towards going out with your friends or going shopping, but you're going to need to actually decide what you're going to do with this money that's going to be best for your situation. Now, how should you determine this? I personally believe that everybody needs to live in balance with their finances, with fitness, and with fun. And if you don't have all three elements present in your life throughout your time, I mean, you can sacrifice one temporarily, but you're not going to be happy and it's not sustainable. So you need to actually set a certain amount for savings, investing, whatever. You need to set a certain amount for your health, your wellness, something that is going to get you better, like a gym membership. And then you need to set a certain amount of money towards fun. So this could be buying new items. This could be going out with your friends. This could be drinking alcohol, whatever you want to do. I don't care, but a certain amount needs to be set towards this. So let me walk you through a quick example of a financial plan. So currently I have $10,000 of credit card debt. I have $400 of payments every month. I have $200 of student loan payments every month. And I have a $100 amount that I'm going to allocate towards my emergency fund. Then I have $1,000 for rent, $500 for car payment and insurance, $800 for food, and $600 for miscellaneous expenses that I incur every single month. Now within the MISC category, I'm going to include things that aren't absolutely necessary to spend money on, but they're things I spend money on every month, such as gym memberships, subscriptions, investing, saving for vacation, or anything like that. Then I'm going to take what's left over by subtracting my income, which is $4,000, by my total expenses, which is $3,600, for a grand total of $400. And this is the amount that I will spend on going out and having fun. There are no exceptions to this. I will take this amount cash every time I get paid, and that is all I can spend. Step number 4 is going to be removing the opportunity to accumulate debt and ruin your financial plan. And what this means is that you are going to reduce your credit limits or your loan amounts or whatever it is every single time you pay something down. So if we're talking about a fixed loan, then that's going to take care of itself already, just paying the bill every month. If we're talking about a line of credit, you're going to want to reduce your line of credit to whatever amount you owe, and so that there's none available to go further into debt. If we're talking about credit cards, you're going to want to reduce your credit card limit every single time you make a payment. So you don't want to do this every day or anything, because I don't think you can even do that. But say every 2 weeks you get paid, then every 2 weeks you're going to request your limit to decrease, basically, or do it once a month, whatever works for you. But the more that you do this, the more reinforcement you're going to get from preventing yourself from going further into debt, because you physically will not have the ability to go into debt. So you'll only be able to make forward progress. And that is how you're going to do it, by spending all your money. So that is it. This is the 4-step financial plan that's going to get you to learn how to budget for yourself and how to become financially debt-free. If you like the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.